Welcome in, everybody. The Geneva Redwings are welcoming the Niagara Falls Americans here to McDonough Park as we play a home game. Steven Pearson is the righty starter today for the Red Wings. Zane Barron behind the dish. Aiken Santana at the hot corner. Fogg at short. Bermudez at second. And Sardou is at first. Out in right field, Jack Turner. Center fielder, Dylan Briggs. And out in left is Jaden Madrid. Leadoff man for the Americans will be the center fielder, Grant Moore. So Grant Moore is ready. Steven Pearson is ready. First pitch is out for a ball. Red Wings in a bit of a slide lately, losing their last 4 games. The Americans coming off a loss last night. They sit in second place in the PGCBL, game and a half back of the Muck Dogs. In the West Division, that is. And Pearson hits Moore on the front hip. So first batter of the game will reach via the hit by pitch. That is bringing up shortstop Alan Ramos. Stolen base for Grant Moore. No chance for Barron. 1-0 the count on the shortstop Ramos. Strike on the inside corner. Let's take a quick look at the lineup for the visiting Americans. We saw Grant Moore. He stands on second after getting hit by a pitch and stealing second. Alan Ramos playing shortstop. Gavin Boyle out in left field. Graydon Miller batting cleanup, playing first base. Shane Prey, the third baseman. Paul Delanto behind the dish. Ian Wang, the second baseman. Evan Core out in right field. And Logan Stickler, the DH. So 2-1 on Ramos. Fouls it off now, 2-2. Righty's 2-2 pitch. Slapped into right field. Turner coming on, and he's not going to get there. Moore advances to third. It is a no-out single. Now men on the corners off the bat of Alan Ramos. Men on the corners for the Americans, threatening early here in the top of the first. And Ramos takes off, ripped foul down the line off the bat of Boyle. Ramos was taken off on the previous pitch. Let's see if he goes again. He does not. Pitch misses outside. Ball and a strike on Gavin Boyle. Just missed outside. Count moves to 3-1 on Boyle. Ramos takes off from first. He'll get the base anyway as Boyle works a 5-pitch walk, bringing up the cleanup hitter now with the bases loaded, Graydon Miller. Here's Graydon Miller batting an impressive .345 on the season. Bases juiced for him early. Pearson yet to record an out. And that one hits his bat behind him. They teach you in Little League to make sure you tuck that bat, so Pearson catches a break. Instead of walking home a run, count is now 1-1. Fouled back. Pearson sets on 1-2. The pitch slapped into right center field. Turner cuts it off. Moore heading home. The throw up the line. So Grant Moore will come home to score on the sacrifice fly from Graydon Miller. 1-0 Americans here in the top of the first. Here's Shane Prey. Base is still loaded for the Americans. Just one away in the inning. Excuse me. Just men on first and second. I got a disappointed stare from my stat keeper. Ball gets away from Barron, not enough. Ramos stays on second. Shane Prey average sitting at .311. Pearson has struggled with his command here in this top of the first. That one is lifted in the air. It'll stay up for Turner out there in shallow right field. Productive out for Pearson, and there's two away in the inning. Two away in the inning. Ramos still stands on second after stealing that base. Boyle on first. Delanto looking to drive in another run. And there is a single into left field, cut off by Madrid. Ramos rounding third and scoring easily. So he will score him, and it is 2-0 Niagara Falls. painted on the outside corner. Just missed upstairs. Ball and a strike on Wang. Wang, a 292 hitter on the year. His 1-1 pitch is fouled back. Pearson's 1-2 pitch. Threw it behind him. The runners will move to second and third. Now both men in scoring position. Pearson looking to get out of this first inning. Two balls, two strikes, two outs here in the top of the first. Pearson looking for his first strikeout. Payoff pitch. Missed inside. That will load the bases for the second time this inning, as the Americans send up their 8th batter. Here's Evan Core. Missed in the same spot on back-to-back pitches. Pearson falling behind 2-0 to Core. Now 3-0. So a 4-pitch walk. There was nowhere to put Core. It walks home a run. 3-0 Americans here. Americans have scored 2 with 2 outs here in the top of the first. The first inning has been a struggle here at home for the Red Wings. There's a strike. Missed inside. 2 balls and a strike on the 9th hitter for the Americans, Logan Stickler. Not too common you see the DH batting 9th, but that's the lineup the Americans have run out there today. Line drive, left field. 1 run will score. Madrid throws home, cut off by Santana. 4-0. Niagara Falls here, doing a lot of damage with 2 outs. So the Americans have batted around here in the first inning. Bases loaded for the 3rd time this inning. – Fastball down the middle. There's a strike. Grant Moore hit by a pitch earlier in this inning. Looking to work his second walk of the inning. And there's nowhere to put Moore if you're Steven Pearson. Here's the 3-1. 5-pitch walk. Pearson has walked home 2 runs in this inning alone. Americans have scored 4 with 2 outs. Red Wings talking things over on the mound, looking to settle down Pearson. A very rude welcome by this Americans lineup to Steven Pearson. All right, so that brings up Alan Ramos, a shortstop, getting his second at-bat early in this game. He singled in his first look. Tight zone so far. There's a strike. I think it has to do with the verticality of the pitches. First pitch to Ramos was a slider. I think that missed high. And then Pearson came back with the second pitch with a 2-seamer. Called strike. Generous on the inside corner. And that hits Ramos on the head. Walking in another run, 6-0 Americans. Welcome back here to McDonough Park. Brock Ratterman in relief of Stephen Pearson. Pearson responsible for each of the men on base. The batter sent up by the Americans this inning. Fly ball, deep left center field. Briggs covers a lot of ground and makes a sliding grab to end the inning. Ratterman gave up a hard hit ball. Boyle gave it a ride, but Briggs makes a fine play out there. And the Red Wings are finally out of this nightmarish first inning. 6-0 with the Red Wings due up. Welcome back here to John Salone Field at McDonough Park. The starter today for the Niagara Falls Americans will be the righty Brady Toney. Let's take a quick look at the Red Wings starting lineup today, 1 through 10. Batting first, DHing Zach Banks. Batting second, the shortstop Chase Fogg. Batting third, the center fielder Dylan Briggs. Batting cleanup over at the hot corner, Santana. Playing left field, batting fifth, Jaden Madrid. Excuse me for just a second. Sorry about that, folks. I am also on the public address here. I'll let you see the first pitch. First pitch from Toney misses up and away. Michael Sardu batting sixth at first. Tim Bowerman, the extra hitter, batting seventh. Turner out in right, batting eighth. Barron, the catcher today, batting ninth. And Bermudez rounding out the lineup at second base. A ball and a strike on Zach Banks, recently named to the PGCBL All-Star team. There's a strike. Banks in a hole, 1-2. Toney rocks and deals. Swing and a miss. Banks down on strikes. One away. All right, I'm about to call it. Now batting the shortstop, number 21, Chase Fogg. Sorry about that, folks. I meant to mute myself. First pitch to Fogg. Oh, not sure where that one missed. Let's take a quick look at the defensive alignment today for the Americans. Boyle out in left, Moore in center, and Core in right. Count 1-1 on Chase Fogg. Third to first for the Americans. Prey at third. Ramos at short. Wang at second. And Miller at first. Catcher today is Delanto and, of course, the starter, Brady Toney. 2 balls and a strike on Chase Fogg. Pulled the fastball. 3-1 on Fogg. Ooh. Looked like it missed below the zone, but a called strike nonetheless, and the count moves to full on Fogg. Toney's payoff pitch. Wrapped foul. Buckled him on the breaking ball. Front door slider. 2 away. So that brings up Dylan Briggs. Back-to-back strikeouts for Toney. A wave and a miss from Briggs. Very aggressive swing there. First pitch he sees. There's that front door breaking ball. So Briggs behind 0-2. Toney shakes off 3 times. Gets on the same page as Delanto, and the pitch. Just missed inside with the fastball. One-two pitch. Ground ball to the third baseman. Prey bobbles at Fields, fires, and recovers in time. Oh, Toney, a solid first inning. Sets the order down 1-2-3. Picks up 2 strikeouts. It is 6-0 Niagara Falls after 1. Line drive, base hit. First pitch he sees off the bat of Gavin Boyle. Excuse me. That is a single from Graydon Miller. Boyle was the final out of the top of the first. A deep drive slicing into left center field. Briggs made a nice play on it. The final line for Pearson is in as Ratterman deals on 3-0. Called strike. Pearson, 2/3 of an inning, 3 hits, 4 walks, and 6 earned runs. No strikeouts recorded. Runner takes off from first, and a fly ball out to Madrid in left field. Easy play for him. Miller will retreat back to first. Miller on first, 1 away in the inning for Paul Dulanto. Swing and a miss. Count 1-1. No extra base hits yet for the Americans. They've still managed to put up 6 runs. Pearson walked home 3 of those runs. Three-one pitch. Runner takes off from first. It's a 5-pitch walk to Paul Delanto, his second time on base this evening. Here's Ian Wang. Wang takes inside. He reached via the walk in his last at-bat, came around to score. Cue shot to Fogg at short. This might be 2. There's 1 on to first. There is no return throw to first, but they will get the man heading to second. So 2 away now with men on the corners for Evan Core. Oh, man, tight zone. First pitch is a called ball to Evan Core. Core, an RBI walk in his previous at-bat. Able to get out of the way. And the count is 3-0. There is a base open for Ratterman. And the runner takes off. No, the ball gets by him on a called strike. So the Americans tack one on as Miller with some heads-up base running. Runner advances to second. Not an error, but it's unearned, I believe. That's true. You're asking the wrong people, bro. Look it up.
If they bitch, they bitch.
And that makes me think back to that Q shot that was hit to Fogg at short. Looked like a tailor-made double play ball. As this one's popped up in foul territory, Sardu runs out of room. If the Red Wings would have turned 2 there, they would have been out of this inning unscathed. Instead, a pass ball on a called strike allows the leadoff man here in this inning, Graydon Miller, to come around to score. Riderman ahead 1-2. On the 9-hole hitter, Logan Stickler. Missed outside, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Riderman looking to get out of the inning. And he gets a weak pop-up towards the home dugout. Sardu puts it away in foul ground to end the inning. The Americans add another. It is 7-0 as we head to the bottom of the second. Here is Aiken Santana, the cleanup man, getting his first look of the day. Tony struck out 2 in the first inning. Santana lifts one high in the air, out to right field. Core is there to put it away for the first out. You sure didn't play?
I don't know, all I hear is this.
Bro, don't turn it off.
See if I can hear the music.
Missed inside. There's that tight zone again from the home plate umpire. Madrid ahead 2-0. Fastball count. Let's see if he jumps on one from Tony. Missed upstairs, now 3-0.
Madrid's gonna be the next one to have 2 home runs.
called strike. Didn't just made a motion. Madrid a bit confused. That was very low. Very, very low. Let's hope that doesn't come back to bite Madrid. And it does not, as Tony bounces it. Madrid turns around and says that's the same pitch there. So Madrid works a walk, and the Red Wings have their first base runner. One away in the inning, Madrid on first, and Michael Sardu getting his first look at Brady Tony. Good stop back there by Delanto. Sardu ahead 2-0. Drops in a breaking ball. Ump doesn't budge. Now 3-0. Back-to-back 3-0 counts from Tony. Right down the middle. Now 3-1. Fly ball in the right center field gap. It's going to dunk in, and this is going to be extra bases. Madrid motoring around third. He's coming home, and he is in there standing. It's an RBI double. The first hit and the first run for the Red Wings. No, all thanks go to Michael Sardu. So Sardu stands on second. Tim Bowerman up to the plate. There's a strike. Breaking ball with no bite. A ball and a strike on Bowerman. Swinging strike. Tony ahead 1-2. Tony retired the Red Wings in order, 1, 2, 3. That was Banks, Fogg, and Briggs. And he has struggled here in the bottom of the second. Picked up 2 strikeouts in that first inning as well. And there is his third. Bowerman down on strikes. Delanto tagged him. Home plate umpire didn't see it. There is 2 away in the inning. And here is Jack Turner. Turner's average slowly been creeping up. It was in the mid 100s. Now it's up to 216. He's been getting some regular run as of late.
He's at the clubhouse. That boy is 6'6", boy. He judge. He judge.
Lofted out to left, and Boyle there to put it away to end the inning. But an RBI double off the bat of Michael Sardu gets the Red Wings on the board. It is 7-1 after 2. Niagara Falls back to the top of the order. This is their 3rd time through the lineup. Here is Grant Moore. Moore rips one into right field. It dunks in for a base hit. Leadoff single for Grant Moore.
Call. Make sure not to play a song on one of them with the bat. You wanna know why? Because last time Smitty did that when you were pitching, dude hit it all the way to the wall. Noted. Playing the hot dog song. Dude sent that thing far.
2-0 the count on Ramos. There's a strike. Ramos calls time. Still in a hitter's count. 2 balls and a strike. Moore off of first. Fly ball down the right field line and foul. Ramos looking to pick up his second hit today. 1 for 1. Again, still no extra base hits yet for the Americans. All singles and walks. The payoff pitch from Ratterman. Runner was going on the pitch, but it is a called ball. Ramos works his second walk of the game. Ratterman hits Boyle on the helmet. Hope he's all right. So many hit batters so far for the Red Wings. But here is Graydon Miller. Bases loaded for Miller. Miller as well is 1 for 1 today. A run scored, an RBI, and a hit by pitch, I believe. Two and 0 the count. Nowhere to put Miller. Popped up. Sardu runs out of room. That'll make the seats. The payoff pitch. Fly ball lofted in the air. Out to Briggs. It'll stay up for him. Runner tagging from first and coming home. Moore will score on the sac fly from Graydon Miller. 8-1, excuse me, Americans. Lazy fly ball into left center field. Briggs puts it away, and there is 2 down in the inning. Delanto pops it up, and Fogg is there for the final out of the inning. Delanto finally retired. He reached safely in his first 2 appearances, a hit and a walk. But the Americans add another one. They have scored a run in the last 2 innings, adding on to their 6-run first. The Red Wings due up in the bottom of the 3rd. Here is Zane Barron. Red Wings still making their way through their lineup for the first time here in the bottom of the third. Tony, 3 strikeouts so far. Just 1 hit and 1 run allowed. That was an RBI double in the previous in the previous inning from Michael Sardu, a double into the right center field gap. He has been driving the ball the other way as of late. I remember back on Wednesday, he had a ball that hit the bottom of the wall in the air in the right center field gap. Tony working ahead of Barron, the count 0-2. His pitch misses low. Barron checks his swing, able to hold up. Dialed it up on that pitch, missed inside. Count moves to 2-2. Three-two pitch from Tony, and he hits Barron on the head, trying to get out of the way. Clearly not intentional. Although a lot of Red Wing pitchers have hit Americans batters. So now a man on first. The leadoff man reaches via the hit by pitch, and it brings up Christian Bermudez. Are they going to trade anybody?
I think the Durant's probably out.
Think so?
Yeah, that's what we're saying. I can see it.
Dude,
Anthony Mayer and
I know, but last year, like, everyone was like, "Oh my gosh, look at the season Durant had, bro. He's the next thing for the Red Sox."
he's playing pro. He's heating up now.
Yeah, I want him on my team.
We get a lot. I think what we said was
Swing and a miss.
they're in the playoff race now, so if we got out of we get on, maybe on, maybe also
Bermudez behind 0-2. The pitch. Ground ball past the diving try of Ramos at short. Barron advances to second on the single from Bermudez. Hard hit ball. Great piece of hitting. So here is Zach Banks, struck out in his first at-bat off of Tony. Interesting there. Banks was showing bunt. Banks, one of the 2 best hitters on the team. I'd like to see him swing away. And he's swinging on that one, and he rips it into right field. Barron gets the stop sign from the third base coach. So station to station on that line drive single into right field from Zach Banks. He gets his first hit of the day. Here is Chase Fogg with no outs, and the bases loaded. Red Wings threatening here in the bottom of the third. They trail 8-1. Still no outs. Bases are loaded for Fogg. First pitch fastball on the inside corner. Strike 1. Barron off of third. Bermudez off of second. Banks standing on first. Swinging strike fooled him on the breaking ball. Behind 0-2. Tony from the windup, his 1-2 pitch misses low. Nice stop by Delanto.
Got a little bit of cheese on you.
Ripped down the left field line, and it finds some grass, and it goes into the corner. 1 run scores. Bermudez comes home. He'll score. Banks rounding third and gunning for home. He will score. It's a 3-run double that clears the bases off the bat of Chase Fogg. It is 8-4 Americans.
Alright, I'm gonna need you to catch up. Yeah. And then Banks. What happened to Banks? Died.
Here is Dylan Briggs. 0 for 1 today. Still no outs from Tony in the inning here. He has induced a lot of those swing and misses, but a couple hard hit balls in this inning have allowed the Red Wings to score 3. Bermudez a hard hit ball. Banks a hard hit ball. Barron hit by a pitch, the first batter of the inning. That loaded the bases, and Fogg drove them all home with a double down the left field line. One and 2 the count on center fielder Dylan Briggs. In the previous inning, Sardu roped a double into the right center field gap. That scored Madrid. Tony sets on 1 and 2. The pitch. Buckled. Briggs on the slider. Doesn't get the call. 2 and 2.
We've only won 1 game.
Got him swinging. Briggs down on strikes on the breaking ball. Got him to expand the zone. Tony's 4th strikeout. Here is Aiken Santana. Man in scoring position for Santana, just 1 away in the inning. Ground ball to third. Prey fires across the diamond, and Miller can't grab it over there at first, so that allows Fogg to come home and score. Santana moves up to second. Geneva has cut into this huge lead, and they now trail by 3. A 4-run third here, just one away in the inning. Madrid, ground ball to Ramos. Madrid retired. Santana advances to third. So here is Sardu. Again, he doubled in his last at-bat, RBI. Santana off of third. 4 runs scored by the Red Wings in this inning alone. Nearly hit Sardu with the breaking ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Missed upstairs. 2-1. Three-ball count for Sardu. Tony's pitch fought off. Now 3-2. That moves the count to full. Payoff pitch from Tony. Fought off. The 3-2 pitch once more. Sardu going the opposite way, but Core runs it down to end the inning. The Red Wings put up 3 hits and score 4. They strand Santana on third. It is 8-5 Americans as we head to the 5th. Welcome back here in the top of the fourth. I misspoke before. Game moving pretty slowly. I mean, we have seen 13 runs scored through the first 3 innings. As Ian Wang ropes one into left field, Madrid heading back at the track, and he makes the play. That ball had a lot of carry on it. Didn't sound that great off the bat, but he surely gave that one a ride. Probably went about 345 feet. Regardless, it goes down as an F7 in the book, and here is Evan Core. One and one the count on Evan Core. Ratterman's still out there, been out there since 2 outs in the first inning. Raderman just threw his 50th pitch. He is behind to Core. 3 balls into strike. And now he walks him on 5 pitches. That brings up Logan Stickler for the 3rd time. And head coach Thomas Eaton is going to come out and make a call to the bullpen. Raderman's afternoon is done. He's responsible for the man on first. We will be right back. So I thought that because the head coach was coming out, that Ratterman's afternoon would be done, but looks like Eaton told him he's going to leave him out there for, I would assume, at least the rest of this inning. Nobody up in the Red Wings bullpen. Stickler grounds it up the middle and past the diving Fog. Here's Grant Moore. Runner takes off from second, heads to third. Stickler did not advance. Just one away in the inning. Men on the corners for the leadoff man, Grant Moore. Moore is 1 for 1 today with a walk and a hit by pitch. Also has an RBI and 2 runs scored for the Americans. And there is his second walk. That one gets away from Barron. It allows Core to come home. Americans extend their lead to 4. Looks like the Red Wings getting some action out there in the bullpen. Americans lead 9-5. One away here with men on first and second. Alan Ramos 1 for 1 today with a walk and a hit by pitch. Run scored and an RBI as well. 3-0 count on Ramos. Will he swing on 3-0? He will not, taking all the way. Runners take off, and the throw down. It didn't matter anyway. Umpire called it a ball. So a 5-pitch walk for Ramos, and now the bases are loaded for the heart of the order. Here's Gavin Boyle. Boyle. Foul. Boyle looking to join the hit column today. And now a couple arms are throwing out there in the home bullpen. Braden Freeman, and I think that's Malachi Morgan. And another walk, and this one walks home a run. Second walk of the game for Boyle. Cleanup man Graydon Miller with the bases loaded. Popped up. Sardu runs out of room. Didn't quite make the seats, but hit the home dugout. And this was the Red Wings issue last time we were at home on Wednesday. We had a huge inning against the Muck Dogs that brought us to within one. And in the next inning, the next at-bat for the opposing team, we gave up 4 runs. So far, the Red Wings have allowed 2 here in the top of the 4th. The Americans have extended their lead to 5. And 2 balls, 2 strikes on the cleanup man, Miller. And it hit Miller. Another hit by pitch. Things getting ugly here. So I believe this will be it for Brock Raderman as the assistant coach makes a call to the bullpen. It's going to be Braden Freeman coming on. Bases loaded. 1 out. We will be right back. So the batter is Shane Prey. The pitcher in the game is Braden Freeman. And if I'm not mistaken, I don't think he's pitched an inning this year. Red Wings have allowed 3 runs in this inning. Freeman gets a swing and a miss. 3 this inning, and they now trail by 6. The 1-2. Missed outside, 2-2.
No, I did not.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Freeman rocks and deals. Now 3-2.
No music.
Missed upstairs. And that will walk home a run. The run will not be awarded to Freeman. It will be on Ratterman. So Prey passes the baton. Here is the catcher, Paul Delanto. Swing and a miss. cue shot to second. This could be two. Bermudez flips. Foggs fire to first. Not in time. A run comes home to score. It is 13-5, Niagara Falls. So the Red Wings get one out on the fielder's choice.
There's no more walkout songs, so that's just kind of on low, so they can't hear their thing, so you can just do that whenever. Oh, really?
F7 ends the inning. The Americans answer in the top of the fifth after the Red Wings put up 4 in the bottom of the third. They now lead by 8. The score 13-5. That brings up Tim Bowerman to lead things off here in the bottom of the fourth. The Red Wings looking to answer after they gave up a 5 spot in the top of the frame. As of now, you would think that the Red Wings are throwing in the white flag after giving up 13 runs through the first 4 innings to the visiting Americans. Braden Freeman, I had told all you guys at home that he hadn't pitched this year. Well, he did, and it was in the exhibition game against the Syracuse Saltcats. And just about none of our regular everyday players started in their usual positions. Ramos gets a grounder and retires. Turner looking silly on the breaking ball. Tony's still out there. Tony, 3 1/3, 4 hits, 4 earned runs, 5 runs total, 1 walk, and 4 Ks. 3 of them swinging. He has gotten a lot of whiffs today, but the Red Wings have hit the ball hard off of him, and they took advantage of those, of the walk and the hit by pitch that he allowed in the bottom of the third. 1-1 the count on Turner, and he is hit up and in. Slider didn't have enough bite. Turner will head to first. That brings up Zane Barron. Barron, nice piece of hitting, slaps it the other way. Turner will hold up at second. Back-to-back base runners reach for the Red Wings. Here's Christian Bermudez, who ripped a line drive past the shortstop in his previous at-bat. First and second for Bermudez. Tony misses up and in. That's got to be uncomfortable for Bermudez. Bermudez ahead 2-0 in a fastball count, and he squares around. He gets it down, but a little too much English on it. Spins foul. Man, I mean, you're down by 8 here. You would have liked to see Bermudez swinging away after he hit one hard in his previous at-bat. And you're in a fastball count. He got a fastball right down the middle. I mean, just a curious decision there by the Red Wings. And there's one out in the inning, too. I mean, I won't harp on it too much, but. And Turner takes off. Tony never even glanced at him. It's a stolen base for Jack Turner. Now a fly ball will score a run. A 3-1. Swing and a miss. So now it can go either way on Christian Bermudez. He's in a 3-2 count. Ground ball is what Tony is looking for here. Checks on Barron at first. Three balls and 2 strikes. Payoff. Ripped to the shortstop, Ramos. He goes to second. The fire to first is way up the line and into the dugout. So Bermudez gets second. And Turner will score on the play. because
How many of the players been over there at night?
here is Zach Banks. Hit the ball hard, single to right field in his last at bat, and that one a bit high, called strike.
Girls are at the zoo.
A ball and a strike to the All-Star DH, Zach Banks. Now 2-1. Banks ahead 3-1, looking to drive something here in a fastball count. Barron dancing off of second. Tony comes home and misses inside. Banks works a walk and reaches in his second straight plate appearance. He passes the baton to Chase Fogg, who had a bases clearing double in his last ups. Here's Chase Fogg. Banks on first and Barron off of second. Swing and a miss. Check swing. And they have Banks caught up. They go to first, throw behind the runner. Bad decision by Delanto. Banks moves to second and Barron to third. Excuse me, Bermudez. I believe each of them gets stolen bases on that. Very nice job by the Red Wings. So the count 1-1 on Fogg. Tony's pitch. Right there on the inside corner. The 1-2 pitch. Got him swinging. Picks up his fifth strikeout of the day to retire Fogg. Red Wings add one. They now trail by 7. The score 13-6 after 4 innings. Braden Freeman back out there for another inning of work. Barron tried to stick it. Umpire doesn't budge, so the first pitch of the 5th inning is out, and it's a called ball. Core leading things off here in the 5th inning, and he lifts it into center field. Briggs is there to put it away for the first out of the inning. I just heard the radio announcer for the Americans say that was the 5th hit American of the day, as Stickler takes first. The Americans back to the top of the order. Here is Grant Moore. Moore ahead 2-0. Swing and a miss. Freeman wasting no time. Working quickly as he fouls it back. Freeman's 2-2 pitch. Weak fly ball, another one to Briggs. F8 for the second out. Americans in this inning, their leadoff batters are getting their 5th at-bats of the game. We are just in the top of the 5th inning. And a line drive again to Briggs. So F8, F8, F8. Freeman works around the hit batter and throws up a 0 here in the top of the 5th. The Red Wings looking to claw back into this thing in the bottom of the 5th. So welcome back. The man who recorded all 3 outs in the top of the frame gets a look here in the bottom. It's Dylan Briggs. Briggs stays back on the breaking ball.
See on that pitch right there, this is how it bounced back off in the dirt, right in front of Briggs. I would have picked that up for him. You know what I'm saying? So it's a respect thing, you know? Don't make the petty dude get up again.
Called strike. I mean, that hasn't been there all day.
It seems PGCBL is drinks on this shit. Look at that.
Briggs fights it off, and it's going to dunk into right field and go all the way to the corner. Briggs showing off the wheels. He is into second with a stand-up lead-off double.
They can walk away.
Delanto patting out his glove. I guess there was a bit of dirt in there. Dylan Briggs having a great 5th inning here. 3 putouts and a leadoff double. Santana sawed off. Shallow fly ball out to left field. Boyle there to put it away. Takes outside, called strike. Madrid disagrees with the call. 0 for 1 today with a walk, getting his 3rd at-bat of the day. And that one is shallow out to right. Core runs it down. He fires into second. Briggs just gets back. There's 2 away, and the Red Wings in danger of stranding the leadoff double. Sorry, folks. I had to charge my laptop. It is Michael Sardu up right now. I am trying to fix the camera right now. Don't know. Three 3-0 count on Sardu. And that one is in the dirt. It gets by, allowing Briggs to move to third. There's the camera once again. Sorry about that, folks at home. 4-pitch walk to Sardu. Men on the corners with 2 away. Here's Tim Bowerman. Ball gets by Delanto, and the play at the plate, not in time. Classy play, classy gesture there by Tony, making sure that Briggs is all right. So Briggs comes home on the wild pitch, and Sardou moves up to second. Red Wings now trail by 6. One pitch, grounded to Prey. He fires across the diamond to retire Bowerman. That will end the inning. Brady Tony through 5 innings. He is doing exactly what the Americans need, keeping him in the game. He has given up a bunch of runs. The Red Wings have put up some good at-bats on him, but it's been the pitching for the Red Wings that has allowed this thing to get out of hand. We're through 5, and after 5, it is 13-7, Niagara Falls Americans. So welcome back here. We are now into the 6th inning. Gavin Boyle leading things off for the Americans. Fly ball deep to right field. Turner back at the track, at the wall. See ya. Gavin Boyle jumps on the first pitch, and that is the first home run here at McDonough Park this season. Jumped all over the first pitch, fastball from Freeman, and drove it out to the trees in right field. 14-7, Americans. That looked effortless off the bat of Gavin Boyle. By the way that he swinged, I was guessing that it would have been just a lazy fly ball out to Turner and right, but it had plenty of legs to get up and out of here. First one we've seen here at McDonough Park this season. Pretty amazing that 30 games in, that's the reality here. But the ball just does not fly here, even in the dog days of July. Miller is retired on the pop-up to the shortstop. Swing and a miss. Freeman blew up the fastball by him. And as I was saying about the park, I mean, this is a pretty big ballpark as well. 325 to the corners, and that's not necessarily that far, but I mean, most parks you see anywhere from 310 to 320 in the corners. And there's a base hit by Shane Prey. 1-out single. And the corners, as they come towards the center of the field, they take a straight line back, and out in center field, it's 410 to dead center. So you can imagine that the left and right center field gaps are probably somewhere around 415, 420, I would say. There's a strike from Freeman, and 2-1 is the count on Paul Delanto. The sun has gone behind the trees out in left center field. And the lights are on here at John Salone Field. Freeman floated one out there. I don't know what pitch that was. Had a smile on his face as he threw it. Perhaps a knuckleball. And he goes back to the fastball and blows it by Delanto. And that brings up Ian Wang. Freeman on the mound, not happy with that. Dropped in a knuckleball like it was right down the middle. Back-to-back knucklers. Now to the fastball. Popped up down the first base line. Bermudez calls off Sardu and puts it away to end the inning. A leadoff homer from Gavin Boyle. And he has the rights to the first home run here at McDonough Park in the 2025 season. 14-7 Americans, with the Red Wings due up in the bottom of the sixth. Here is Jack Turner looking to get things started here for Geneva in the bottom of the 6th. Tony back out there for his 6th inning of work. Turner fouls it off. Tony in line for the win, giving up 7 runs, 6 of them earned, and this one inside outed to center field. It dunks in front of Moore. So Turner continues to hit. It's a leadoff single for the right fielder. So it looks like the Americans will make a call to the bullpen. Brady Tony's day is done. He is responsible for the runner on first. So he went 5+, 7 hits, 7 runs, 6 of them earned, 3 walks, and 5 strikeouts. Did just enough for the Americans' offense to jump out and maintain this lead ever since back in the 1st inning when they scored 6. So we will be right back, and I will tell you who the relief pitcher is for the Americans after he's all done warming up. Carter Hall in the game. Zane Barron lifts one in the air down the right field line, but it stays up as Core tracks it down. That is the first out of the inning. Turner retreats back to first. Here's Christian Bermudez. Turner takes off, and the throw up the line, but Delanto catches a break as it hit the back foot of Turner and stays in the infield. Ramos grabs it there. A pitch from Carter Hall in relief of Brady Toney was a ball. Hall throws some gas, but he missed upstairs. Bermudez ahead 0-2. Looking to drive a pitch on 2-0. And Hall and Delanto not on the same page. For all you Yankees fans out there, they lead over the Chicago Cubs 6-0. Carlos Rodon was just named to the American League All-Star team. Him and Max Fried, the two lefty starters on the Yankees. Rodon's still in there in the top of the 7th inning. He has thrown 76 pitches. Yankees have won their last 4. They swept the Mariners right out of town. And last night, that was quite an interesting game to watch. Brian Wu was no-hitting the Yankees into the 8th inning. After 7 1/3, Jazz Chisholm hit a single past the outstretched reach of the second baseman. Giancarlo Stanton had a pinch hit homer, and they broke things open in the 9th, tying it up at 5s. They won it in extras through 10. Men on first and second for Zach Banks. He walked in his last appearance. Two and one is the count on the All-Star DH, Zach Banks. Now 3-1. Turner takes off for third, and a head-first slide. He is in there safely. Bermudez trailing behind him and heads into second base. Turner has stolen 2 or 3 bases tonight. 3 bases. Wow. Great game from Turner tonight, showing that he deserves the playing time. First base open for Carter Hall. The 3-1 pitch to Zach Banks is roped into right field. Turner tagging. The throw in from Core is a great throw, but Delanto couldn't handle the hop, and Turner will score a sac fly for Zach Banks, adding to his team-leading RBI total. 2 away in the inning. Bermudez off of third. Fogg looking to drive him in. Chip away at the 6-run deficit. And, you know, the thing is that the Red Wings have scored in every inning except for the first, when they gave up 6 to the Americans. 1 in the second, 4 in the third, and 1 since then. As Fogg takes a breaking ball and gets hit. Bermudez on third, Fogg on first. First pitch strike to Dylan Briggs, caught the outside corner. A ball and a strike on Dylan Briggs. Briggs doubled in his last at-bat down the right field line. Fogg takes off from first. So now 2 men in scoring position for Dylan Briggs. Three balls and a strike. Now 3-2. Way outside. Way outside. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Carter Hall's payoff pitch hits him. Bases loaded now for the cleanup man and the all-star corner infielder, Aiken Santana. Aiken Santana with the bases loaded. Santana hitless today. Came into the game batting almost 360. Swinging strike. Blew the fastball by him, did Carter Hall. The count is 1-1. And a called strike on the inner third. Santana behind. A ball and 2 strikes. Big pitch coming here from Carter Hall. The bases are loaded. Santana stays alive. The 1-2 once more. Missed below the zone. 2-2. Two balls, two strikes, two outs. Santana fouls it off again. Seventh pitch of the at-bat coming to Aiken Santana. And now 3-2. Nice block by Delanto. The payoff. Missed behind Santana, so he walks. It'll walk home a run. RBI to Santana. 14-9 Americans. First pitch after the conference on the mound is in there for a strike to Jaden Madrid. I need that, so don't lose that. 1-1. Ground ball to third. He tags Briggs, who is on his way to third. Prey gets the final out here in the sixth. The Red Wings can't capitalize on the bases loaded opportunity. They score 2 here. Now they are within 5. We'll be back as we head to the 7th inning. Braden Freeman's 2-2 pitch, the knuckleball. Fly ball. Weak ball out to center field. Dylan Briggs, another putout. One away. Here is the DH, Logan Stickler. We are now 2.5 hours into this game. Still 3 innings to play. 2 2/3, I should say. And a line drive past the diving try of Santana over at third. 1 out single for Logan Stickler. Knuckleball lofted in there for a called strike. Grant Moore, his 6th plate appearance of the day. .23 total runs scored between these teams. Another hit batter from Red Wings pitching. Here is Alan Ramos. Men on first and second. The Americans have had 2 huge innings. Ground ball to Burcroft. There's one. The fire to first was not in time, but Sardou couldn't scoop it either way. Now a run comes around to score. Ramos advances to second, 15-9 Americans. Yep. Throwing error awarded to Bermudez. I shouldn't say awarded. Another hit batter. Oh my goodness. 7th hit batter. Freeman checks on the runner at second, but a poor throw allows the runner to move up to third. Ramos has to tie his shoe. Play has been stopped intermittently. Ground ball up the middle, off the glove of Freeman. Bermudez recovers, fires, not in time. infield single for Graydon Miller.
Now batting the third baseman, number 24, Shane Bray. 3.
Here is Shane Prey. Men on first and second, 16-9. I mean, this is just amazing how many runs are being scored here. 25 between the two teams. Only 2 innings has there been a team not put up any runs. That was the Red Wings in the bottom of the first, and the Americans in the top of the fifth. Freeman pulls a fastball, gets by Barron. Both men move into scoring position, and one is coming home. They'll call him safe. He got in under the tag. Great slide by Gavin Boyle. And Freeman pleading his case, but to no avail. Now a man on third. And all of this coming with 2 outs. 17-9 Americans. Now Freeman working from the stretch. The payoff pitch down the right field line. Turner covering a lot of ground, but it's out of play.
We're 2 away, dog. There we go.
Another walk there, drawn by Shane Prey. Prey's second walk of the day. We have not seen a scoreless inning, and by that I mean both teams don't put up a run. Tight zone here in the top of the 7th. Freeman showing some frustration through his body language. Two balls and a strike on Delanto. Big swing and a miss. Moves the count to 2-2. Freeman looking to get out of this inning once and for all. Freeman sets on 2-2. The righty deals the knuckleball. Fought off. Delanto hit. That loads the bases. Wang hitless today. One of just 2 Americans without a hit. They have 10 in the hit column as a team. There's a strike. Fouled back here. Freeman ahead 1-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The righty working from the full. His pitch missed up and in. 3-2. '89th pitch coming. Runners going. Lazy fly ball. This might be trouble. Center field. Bermudez makes a nice play, ranging back to put it away and end the inning. The Americans add 3. It is 17-9. Sardu gets a hold of one and sends it into the left center field gap. And it's going to go all the way to the wall. Sardu into second with a stand-up double. His second hard hit ball of the day and his second double. Sardu utilizing both gaps. Right center a few innings ago and now left center. You'd like to see him start to heat up here. We are getting towards the end of the season. Red Wings have won here at home and tied 1. They've dropped the rest. Check swing. They'll say he went. Swing and a miss. Bowerman down on strikes. One away. Carter Hall blew that one right by Tim Bowerman. Bowerman expressed his unhappiness with the home plate umpire, who gave a generous call off the outside edge the pitch before. And when things like that happen, it's hard to come back from, because if you see a pitch that you know is out of the zone, then you're like, okay, I have to cover this pitch the next time this comes. And hitting is too hard as Hall throws it into center field. Sardu gunning for third to throw in. Goes to the dugout. The Americans catch a break there. That could have went out of play, allowing Sardu to take home. As I was saying, I mean, if you think you have to cover that pitch that's a ball or two off the outside edge, then that just makes things so much easier for the pitcher. And that's why he struck out on the high fastball. There's too many things to think about in that situation. This guy's throwing the fastball hard, probably touching near 90 miles an hour. It's hard to catch up to when you have so many things on your mind. Turner swings through that fastball, and he's behind 1-2. Called strike 3. Turner sent packing. 2 away in the inning. First pitch misses, 1-0. Sardu stands on third. This has been a very long game. I don't think I've ever seen this many base runners in a game. A lot of hit by pitches, a lot of walks. 18 hits between the teams, to go along with 5 errors between the two teams. The 3-1. Popped up. Ramos ranging back, called off by Moore, and he grabs it to end the inning. Carter Hall works into and out of trouble. Throws up a 0 here in the bottom of the 7th. Americans need 2 to mercy rule. Otherwise, the game will go through to 9 innings. Braden Freeman once again out on the mound. First pitch to Evan Core is in there for a strike. Rip to Burkroff at short, bobbles it, tries to recover, and he can't. So Core will head to second as the ball goes out of play. Cody Bellinger, a 3-home run game for the Yankees. This has been quite an enjoyable game to watch if you are a Yankees fan or even a baseball fan. Right fielder for the Cubs, his name escapes me right now, but he robbed a home run a couple innings ago. Aaron Judge robbed a home run from Pete Crow Armstrong and made a couple diving plays to end separate innings across the game. His most recent one was to end the 8th inning and allow Carlos Rodon's night to finish unscathed. Scoreless 8-inning shutout by Rodon, proving why he is an American League All-Star starting pitcher.
Walks.
Between the two teams, there has been 12 hit by pitches, 8 by Red Wings pitching, so 8 hit Americans, and 4 hit Red Wings by Americans pitching. The Red Wings have walked 13 Americans, allowing 10 hits, good for 17 runs. They have committed 3 errors, and that adds to the walk total, now 14. And the Americans have walked 5, and as I said, hit 4, allowing 8 hits, good for 9 runs, 3 errors as well for them. Back to what I said about this Yankees-Cubs matchup in the Bronx. It was Kyle Tucker. So the Stars are out tonight in New York City. The pitcher relieving Braden Freeman, who threw upwards of 100 pitches, will be Malachi Morgan. 1 away in the inning, men on first and second. We will be right back.
Don't kid yourself, kid.
Line drive into center field. It'll dunk in. Everybody will advance. 1 base. Bases loaded. 1 out. Here is Gavin Boyle. And there's another hit. This one into left field. And it gets by Madrid. 3 runs will score. Boyle running to third. 20-9 Niagara Falls here in the 8th inning. Still just 1 out. Malachi Morgan comes in and allows 2 hits, one of them a triple. Ground ball to Santana. Fires across the diamond in time to retire Miller. There's a strike. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. Malachi Morgan looking to end it. Does not get the call. The count moves to full. The payoff. Another base hit, man. These Americans are relentless. 2-out knock for Shane, excuse me. Ball gets away from Barron. Prey advances to second. Strike on 3-0. Ground ball. This should get him out of the inning. Burcroft fields and fires on the run in time. The Americans have scored 3 or more runs in 4 of the 8 innings. Extremely impressive offensive display from the Americans. And honestly, from the Red Wings as well. It has just been the pitching and the defense that has brought them to this position. They are down by 12, facing the mercy rule in the bottom of the 8th. (21-9) the score. Swinging strike. Carter Hall still in the game. Christian Bermudez is the batter. Another swinging strike at the fastball. He's behind 0-2.
I saw the future. Imagine immaculate inning. I saw the future. Watch.
Hall's 0-2 pitch coming. Swing and a miss. 3-pitch strikeout for Carter Hall to open things up here in the bottom of the 8th. Here is Zach Banks. Banks pops it up, shallow left field. Boyle is there to put it away. 2 down. Here is Casey Burkroff, the Red Wings, down to their final out.
Not afraid to attack these Red Wings. Struggled at the plate over these last couple of innings. They did have 9 runs today, but it won't be enough. Red Wings pitching unraveled from the very beginning and could never recover. 2 position players had to pitch the bulk of the game for Geneva. It's now 1-1 on the count. And this game tied the all-time record for the Americans. Total runs.
I am hearing from the broadcaster for the Niagara Falls Americans that this is now the record for the most runs in a game for the Americans with 21. It may be the most hit batters ever as well. Red Wings down to their final strike. Burkroff stays alive.
Burkroff extends it at least one more pitch.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Carter Hall sets and deals. Burcroft lives to see another day. At the conclusion of this game, the Red Wings will pack their bags and get ready for a trip to Niagara as they take on the Ironbacks at 4:05 tomorrow afternoon. Burcroft battling. Ooh, just missed with the backdoor breaker. Count full.
Fill up this count on Casey Burcroft. The final hope for Geneva. Will he get on base here, or will this inning end?
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Carter Hall's pitch.
Line drive into left field foul territory. Shane Briggs chasing it down again, goes out of play. Casey Burcroft fighting this count.
This is a very long at bat by Casey Burcroft. It has to be at least 8 pitches.
The largest victory margin all season for the Americans, outside of the 20-3 victory over Geneva as well.
The payoff. Lined into right center field. It's a base hit. Burcroft keeps things going for the Red Wings and gives Dylan Briggs at least one more at bat. A ball and a strike on Dylan Briggs.
Around 6 p.m. for the second game. One's on the count.
You know, before that Gavin Boyle triple in the top of the 8th, the Americans had scored countless runs, over 15, I believe, without any extra base hits other than the homer, that made it 14-7, I believe. And I think that was Gavin Boyle that hit that as well. So he has done all of the slugging for the Americans today. Swinging strike. Burcroft, defensive indifference, takes second. 3-2 the count on Dylan Briggs. And I wanted to give credit to Dylan Briggs as well. He has had a great game defensively and at the plate. Got him swinging. Briggs down on strikes, and that will do it here at McDonough Park. Tune in to the Niagara Ironbacks live stream tomorrow afternoon at 4:05 to support our men as they look to knock off the Ironbacks on their home field. Thank you all for tuning in today. I have been Jacob Rodriguez on the play-by-play and public address. And we'll be back here on Tuesday when we play at 6:30. Take care, everybody.